This is Take a Stand.
The following takes place between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Listen, you're like a little bulldog who's got hold of a trouser leg, and you're not going to let go, and I love it. It's wonderful.
Take a Stand with Matt Mittan.
You know, you've got a very good sense of humor, and I also noticed that you had some major disagreements with your president.
To get in on the conversation, dial 240-9962 or toll free 800-570-9962. Now, live from the Matt Cave, it's Matt Mittan.
Good day, one and all. Welcome to another edition of Take a Stand. I am your happy and humble host, Matt Mittan. Glad to have you with us on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Agnes Cheek, the ever able and capable award-winning engineer and producer of the program. Good day to you, Miss Agnes.
Good day.
Getting all set, get everything packed, ready to go on the state tour?
Oh, yeah, getting there.
Crack of dawn tomorrow. We'll be hitting the state tour, and we're going to be stopping in Charlotte, in Wilmington, Fayetteville, Raleigh, Greensboro, and I believe Winston-Salem. So a lot of stops. And if you are listening across the state of North Carolina on TakeAStandShow.com, first off, we're glad to have you with us, but also we hope that you'll find a way to stop by and see us at any of the different events that we have going on, and the full calendar is available at the website, TakeAStandShow.com. Well, we have some business to get to today. Before we hit the road, we have in the studio with us today a few guests who you have heard of and heard from over the last several months, and they are your Republican candidates for the 11th Congressional District, and so I want to welcome each of them here. We'll go one by one as we go through the conversation and offer an opening comment from each. So, John Armour, welcome to Take a Stand, and we're going to go in alphabetical order, so you're first.
Well, in kindergarten, then I got cold milk and whole cookies.
All right.
Well, I appreciate that.
We only have filtered water and some cough drops. That's all we've got here
today. I want
to
thank you, Matt, for something you've done, and that is to have all of our websites linked on your website. I know you'll let people know about that. I'll keep this real short right now by saying that if folks go to my website, it's Armour, A-R-M-O-R, not spelled like the meat company. If they go on my website through your click link, they will find all of the televised debates which took place with every single word that each of us said there, because I believe in comparison shopping, and that's what you're going to be doing today, is offering your listeners a chance to find out what we're like side by side answering the same questions. I appreciate the opportunity that you're going to do that.
All right, and our next guest here, candidate for 11th Congressional District, Spence Campbell. Welcome back to Take a Stand.
Thanks for having me again.
All right, a chance for an opening statement.
Well, thanks. I just want folks to know that I am a person with a varied background. I spent 26 years as an Army intelligence officer. I spent about 8 years running a small insurance agency in Hendersonville, and I did a lot of work in nonprofits with United Way, the Red Cross, and other agencies. And through all that process, learned a lot about what goes on in Western North Carolina and America's role in the world, and I'm looking forward to talking about some of all that.
All right, and our third guest, someone who's been a regular on the program for a few years now, and that is Dr. Carl Mumpower. Welcome to Take a Stand.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate the opportunity. Since these guys just took a moment or two, I'm going to do 15, if that's okay with you guys, and talk about a few things. I am a city councilman in Asheville, as most folks in this area know. I'm an authentic conservative, married with 2 children, 2 grandchildren, psychologist by profession, a Christian. A real Christian. I'm a veteran, did a tour in Vietnam in the early 70s, raised in Western North Carolina from what I would describe as pretty humble beginnings. Got a contract with Western North Carolina if I'm become your congressman. It's to do 5 things: fight waste and corruption, function as an independent Republican, and what that means is I abide by conservative Republican principles, but I am not bound to the practices of the Republican power structure. I think they've disappointed, let a lot of us down through the years. Number 3, provide consistent and strong constituent service. This is something I really admire about Charles Taylor. He looked out for folks, helped them through the maze of the federal bureaucracy. I want to do that, stress it as priority. Care for our future, for the future of our children and grandchildren. It's not just about you and me, the adults. It's about our children and grandchildren. I believe we're mortgaging their future with bad policy and expensive debt. And finally, do the right thing. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to do the right thing with the strongest principled value system I can hold on to, and I promise people I'll do just that. Looking forward to a spirited debate. Delighted to be here with you.
All right, and with the introductions out of the way, let me tell everybody the rules of today's debate. There really aren't any. It's just going to be like Take a Stand always is, a front porch conversation, informal but passionate and to the point of what people believe and what their philosophies are and what the solutions, the different ideas for solutions that exist are. That's what we do on a daily basis here on Take a Stand in our conversations, and that's what we will do today. The phone lines will not be open until the second hour of the discussion, however. This first hour, we're just going to have a discussion with the candidates and go over various issues. And as was mentioned a little bit earlier, we have each of the candidates' campaign websites linked off of takeastandshow.com. And if you look under today's topics, it's the top 3 links right there listed in alphabetical order. And so you can be going along with us and looking at the different information available through each of these gentlemen's websites as we move forward. All right, and the first question that I wanted to throw out, and we'll just go around the table again and give people a chance to respond. What makes you the strongest Republican candidate to run against Heath Shuler for Western North Carolina and serve in Congress?
You looked at me, so I assume you...
Yeah, John Armour. We're going to stay in alphabetical order for a little while.
I've spent 40 years working with presidential candidates, one who got elected, many who lost, with senators, with representatives, with state senators, with state representatives, with one mayor, with 19 city councilmen, and with the 9 justices of the Supreme Court. And that is my experience. I have more experience in politics probably than anyone, including the incumbent. And that's what I put on the table. I've been there. I've seen who succeeds, who fails. I know what the rules are, and that's what I offer, that knowledge.
All right, and we'll go to Spence Campbell. Same question. What sets you apart as the strongest Republican candidate to run for the congressional seat in Western North Carolina?
Well, we can start with the fact that I've never worked in politics in my life until I started to run in this race. I've spent my entire life in service to nation, service to community, service to party, in a variety of ways that pretty much reflect what I think is the ethos of many Americans. We feel privileged to be where we are at this stage in our lives, and we try to give back. Service to nation through military service, which exposed me to man's inhumanity to man and showed me the difference between America and other countries in the world and why we're so important to global stability and peace. Service to community through the business that I owned and the nonprofit work that I did, which showed me how hard it is in Western North Carolina to make a living, and also taught me how difficult it is to balance the books every month when I had to write the paychecks and pay the bills. Service to party through 3 years as county party chair, in which I tried to address some issues that I think needed to be addressed and would have helped improve the way we get people to come out to vote.
All right, Dr. Carl Mumpire, same question.
Okie doke. I'm, first off, the only one with authentic political experience in an actual public service. I've been elected in Asheville as a conservative, re-elected as a conservative. Asheville is the largest, or Asheville and Buncombe County are the largest, it's the largest county and city in the district, and that means something. I was elected by, paradoxically, independents and Democrats, not because I bend on principles, but because I stand for principles. I stand for something. I function independently, and I have the courage to take on tough issues. I'd offer the drug problem we have in Asheville as an example of that. I think people appreciate folks who have an independent spirit and the courage and heart to try to do something better and do it differently, and I have that. I believe I have the heart, the mind, the spirit, and the energy to take on Heath Shuler directly and beat him.
All right, and the last question.